Today, the Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Gordon Brown MP, is here to give evidence to the Iraq inquiry.
It was Gordon Brown's turn to talk about his role in the war, the lead-up, the conduct and the aftermath. He left no doubt about his support.
This is the gravest decision of all, to make a decision to go to war. I believe we made the right decision for the right reasons.
Mr. Brown said for him the right reasons were Saddam Hussein's refusal to comply with UN resolutions and the demands of the international community.
We cannot have an international community that works if we have either terrorists who are breaking these rules or, in this case, aggressor states that refuse to obey the laws of the international community.
Gordon Brown was Treasury Chief in the government of Prime Minister Tony Blair at the start of the war. Critics accuse him of not having provided adequate funding for military equipment.
At every point, I made it clear that we would support whatever option the military decided upon with the Prime Minister and the Cabinet, and that there would be no financial barrier to us doing what was necessary to be done.
Britain sent more than 45,000 troops to fight in Iraq. 179 died in the conflict. In his testimony, Mr. Brown lamented the loss of life, troops and civilians. He also said he regretted the lack of planning for post-war reconstruction.
I said that we had to plan properly for that. But we couldn't, let us be honest, we couldn't persuade the Americans that this had to take the priority that it deserved.
Mr. Brown became Prime Minister in June of 2007 and eventually oversaw the withdrawal of British soldiers from Iraq. But now some 10,000 British forces are serving in Afghanistan. Mr. Brown said lessons from Iraq have been learned.
Because we now know that you cannot win the peace simply by military action. You need to engage the people of Iraq or any other country. You need to give them the chance of political empowerment at some stage. You need to have strong security forces. And you need what I discovered in Basra, you need economic development.
Britain's involvement in the Iraq War was deeply unpopular at home and remains a divisive issue. Former Prime Minister Blair testified before the same inquiry panel in January. He defended the decision to go to war as the right thing to do and said he has no regrets. Sonja Pace, VOA News, London.